Good afternoon, and thank you for being here as we gather together as a Razorback family to welcome our new head football coach back to the University of Arkansas. I look forward to introducing you to Coach Pittman and his wife Jamie in a few minutes, but first I want to take this opportunity for a couple of thank yous. And I would be remiss if I didn't start by thanking Coach Barry Lunny Jr. for serving our football program as the interim head coach during a very challenging stretch. He poured his heart into our student athletes and our program during the past 4 weeks, and I cannot thank him enough for taking on this role for our university. So, Coach Lunny, thank you. And I want to thank the men sitting over here to my right, some of the members of our football team, our student athletes who I know have endured so much during the past 4 to 5 weeks, and I want to thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Great days are ahead for our football program, I promise you that. And please bear with me, because over the past few weeks, as I have led this search, there have been a number of people that have supported me and assisted me with this search that I want to thank. First, our university system president, Dr. Donald Bobbitt, our university chancellor, Joe Steinmetz, who's here with us today, our incredible board of trustees led by our chairman, Mr. John Goodson, and my right hand for the past couple of weeks, Mr. Steve Cox, who has been a tireless worker, Virginia. I'm glad you can have him back now. I also want to thank from our board of trustees, Mr. Ed Fryer. Mr. Fryer's right here. He allowed us to use his somewhat untrackable plane for this search. And I want to thank his pilots, Blake and Ricky. They had a lot of fun with their flight trackers trying to hide where that plane was going to and from. So thank you so much for allowing us to use your plane for the search. It makes my job so much easier to have access to that. I want to acknowledge our Deputy Athletic Director, John Fagg, and his wife, Amanda. Where's John? John, stand up. John has been by my side throughout this and an invaluable resource. I think John and I both agree that we've seen enough of each other for the past 2 weeks, and for sure, John, thank you. I echo that sentiment. And there have been a number of people behind the scenes that have helped me with this search, led by our external team and our Deputy AD, Rick Thorpe, who put this event together, and another incredible rollout for our new head coach. I want to thank our legal counsel, our chief legal counsel, Matt McCoy, for his role, our Deputy AD and CFO, Clayton Hamilton, for his role, Alicia Venables and our travel office for helping us with their travel arrangements, and of course my administrative assistant, Leanne Bowles. A big thank you to all those folks. And finally, for my family, and two of my boys are here with me, Ryan and Brooks, and my son Jake, of course, is a student athlete on the football team. This has not been an easy time for them, and especially to my wife. I know this was a very stressful couple of weeks as she watched me go through this process, but I can assure you I came home last night, and if you remember, after the Coach Musselman search, we had a new puppy, no new dogs in the house last night. So we made it through virtually unscathed. You know, as I talked to coaches around the nation about this opportunity, it reaffirmed to me what I believe about our program. The University of Arkansas football program is one of great tradition and great pride, and with the right leader, can have great success within the Southeastern Conference. I know for many of us in the Razorback Nation, coaching searches can last much longer than we prefer. But it was important that we took our time to find a great coach, and also to identify a coach who truly wanted to be here at the University of Arkansas and clearly understands our state and the expectations we have for our football program. It was important to find a coach that operates with the utmost integrity, both on and off the field, and hires a staff that carries the same positive attributes that they will carry on to our team on and off the field. It was important to find a coach who had experience in the SEC, winning battles on the recruiting trail, winning battles in the trenches on the field, and who had a track record for developing NFL-ready players. From the first time I spoke to Coach Pittman, he made it clear to me he and his wife, Jamie, wanted to be at the University of Arkansas. He understood the tradition and the pride of our program, and he wanted to be a part of the building process to restore this pride and tradition. I assure you, he is not intimidated by the mountain our football program has to climb in the Southeastern Conference Western Division. He told me this: you don't need to worry. He was not focused on his salary or what his buyout was going to be. He confidently told me, you don't need to worry about your buyout unless you're planning on failing. I'm not going to fail. I'm not going to let down our student athletes. I'm not going to let down our fan base. I'm not going to let down the University of Arkansas. I promise you, together, we will build a winning football program. It was so easy to feel the passion he has for this state, the passion he has for the Razorback football program, and the passion he has for developing young men on and off the field. Around the SEC and across the country, Sam Pittman is known for his relentless recruiting, the tough and physical play of the players he coaches, and the development of NFL-ready linemen, and more importantly, the development of young men. The impact that Sam and Jamie Pittman clearly had on the Razorback football program in this community during their previous time here made it hard for me to believe that they had only been here for 3 years. As I quickly found out last night, they have touched the lives of so many people within our community and across this state. It is indeed an exciting day for our football program as we welcome back to Arkansas and introduce our new head football coach. And so without further ado, I want to turn it over to John George, our longtime public address announcer, for the official introduction.
All right, Razorback fans, are you ready to stand up? Let's stand up and call those Hogs! Now, Razorback fans, let's welcome back to the Hill, joined by his wife, Jamie, the head coach of your Arkansas Razorbacks, Sam Pittman.